Once again, for those of you on board, thank you so much for your patience. This train is now ready to depart. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they're fully seated on the bench on your left and away from the large train openings. Our next stop is New Orleans Square, but once again, this is our final trip of the evening. It'll be just a pickup trip, so you will not be able to exit. Once we come to that full stop, just keep your seats at this time, and we'll just pick up our guests and head our way back to Main Street. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square. This station also serves Frontierland and Bayou Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station, New Orleans Square.
This is New Orleans Square. Once again, we are just doing a pickup trip only, so please just keep your seats at this time. There'll be no exiting. Thank you. We are currently just taking on some water. These are genuine steam engines. We take on about 150 gallons of water every 2 trips around the park. Once again, as that reminder, this is our final trip of the park for the evening, so you will not be able to exit at any of our next stops until we get back to Main Street Station. It's just going to be a pickup trip only. We'll be on our way in just a minute when our engineers finish up with taking on water. Thank you. Once again, thank you so much for your patience. Looks like this train is now ready to depart. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Parents, please supervise your children. Once again, our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot, but you'll not be able to exit there. Then we'll head over to Tomorrowland and back to Main Street. Thank you.
Just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering the Bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Take a sneak peek at the big party Princess Tiana is throwing, where the welcome is warm, the music is hot, and the company is sweet as honey. And when it comes to sweetness, the inhabitants of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're
Once again, please remain fully seated at all times until we come to that full and complete stop. Please do not stand up to exit as this is a pickup trip only. We'll just be picking up these guests here and heading over to Tomorrowland and back to Main Street. You're staying on board, or everyone on board actually, if you don't mind sliding down to the right or left of the benches, filling in the available space just to make room for those other guests. We do appreciate it. Thank you. For those of you joining us, welcome aboard the Holiday 4 train here at the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they're fully seated on a bench on your lap and away from the large train openings. Our next stop is Tomorrowland Station. Once again, this is a pickup trip only. We're just going to be picking up those guests at Tomorrowland and heading back to Main Street, where all of you will be able to exit. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a marching version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astro blasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Once again, please remain fully seated at this time, and please keep your seats until we come to that full and complete stop inside the station. Once we come to that full stop, if you don't mind sliding down to the right or left, filling in the available space to make room for these final few guests, we're going to pick them up and we'll be heading back over to Main Street Station. Thank you. For those of you joining us, welcome aboard the Holiday 4 train here at the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure you're fully seated on a bench on your lap and away from the large train openings. Our next and final stop of the evening is Main Street Station, but first we'll be taking a detour through the Grand Canyon and back in time to the primeval world. While in the tunnel ahead, we do kindly ask that there's no flash photography or video lighting. Once again, please no flash photography or video lighting in the tunnel for the courtesy of those around you. Once again, next and final stop is Main Street Station. Thank you.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. we're returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train.
Once again, please remain fully seated till we come to that full and complete stop. As a reminder, Main Street Station has no ramps or elevators. It only has stairs, so if you're traveling with a stroller or wheelchair, please keep it folded so you reach the bottom of the staircase. On behalf of myself, my friend conductor, the engineer, and the fireman, we do thank you for riding with us on the Disneyland Railroad.
Main Street Station.